Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am here to do a new reading vlog, an actual reading vlog. The last vlog that I did was supposed to be a reading vlog, but it ended up just being a recovery vlog because I had gotten the surgery, and yeah, I didn't get a chance to read at all. And today is September 25th. September 25th, we have 5 days left in the month. I have not done anything with my TBR, which sucks. So I kind of want to catch up on my TBR. I think I had a total of 9 books for the month. Did I even write those books down? Yeah, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books, plus I had 2 additional ones. And I'm still in the middle of the 3 books. The Green Ember by S.D. Smith, the Onyeka and the Academy, which was at YA Middle Grade Fantasy, and then Marriage That Works. I have not finished any of these books. I know for a fact I'm not going to end up reading A Voice in the Wind. That's going to be probably pushed over to October, or I'm probably going to find another month to read that book. So unfortunately, not going to happen. I definitely want to do The Green Ember and Onyeka and the Academy, as well as Marriage That Works. So that's 3 books right there. But I'll be honest, Marriage That Works might end up spilling over into the next month. The Cost of Discipleship was finished. Race to the Ark was finished. So that's 2 books out of the 9 I had listed, or out of the 7 I had listed done. So that left me with 5 books left to go. So The Green Ember and Onyeka and the Academy, I kind of want to finish within the next 2 days. And so this reading vlog is starting today, Thursday, and I'm going to actually end it either Monday or Tuesday. The goal in my mind is to read 1 book a day. Might do 2 books tonight. We'll see. My husband had off for 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, and so he goes back to work today. So he's actually getting ready to go to work. He leaves around 4:00ish. So right now it's like 1:00, and so yeah, he's getting himself ready. So I figured I'd come on and do this intro because I have not read. I felt kind of out of the loop, out of the whack. But obviously healing from surgery. I'm still healing. The incision is fully closed up. It is very tender still. It's not red anymore. It's definitely like healed skin, but it is very tender and sore. And then I feel like I'm either pulling stitches on the inside, or just my muscles and everything on the inside internally are just very, very tender. And so my appointment is on Monday. And so I'll probably give you guys an update on that. But yeah, I want to get to reading. And so I have about, let me see, about 3 hours left to read with Onyeka in the Sun Academy, I think it's called, and the Academy of the Sun. I'm on chapter 14 in this book, so 35% of the way through, and I have the audiobook, so I want to try to finish this today because I only have about almost 3 hours left. And the same thing with this book here, which is The Green Ember. I have, it says 2 hours to go actually in this book. So I have 2 hours to go. So if I'm calculating, that's like 5 hours of reading. And honestly, when you think about how long it takes to read a book, books are typically anywhere from like 7 hours to maybe 12 or 14 hours. If it's like a standardized 300-400 page book. I typically listen to audiobooks on 3 times speed. And so when you divide those by 3, it's not going to take me that long to read. And so though it says I have about 2 hours and 40 minutes left for Onyeka in the Sun, I read at 3 times speed. So I can finish that probably within less than an hour, but about an hour and some change. Same thing with The Green Ember. And so I do have the audiobooks on Hoopla. I actually have the audiobook for every single book pulled out on Hoopla, but obviously surgery was kind of a shock to me and I went with it. And so I'm going to just pull up my Hoopla. So yeah, we have The Green Ember open, and I'm probably going to read that while my husband is here so that I can honestly finish this before he leaves. He leaves, like I said, in about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. It's pretty much 1:00 right now. And so I'm going to do that. I have me some coffee right here. It's been a busy morning. I made all of his lunches because he is working overtime this weekend. And so I made all his lunches for the next 4 days. So yeah. Just wanted to come on and start. And the reason why I have the camera a little high is, like I said, I still have to wear sports bras and tank tops and stuff like that. So the plan is to get some laundry done on some Saturday so that I can get my dresses back so the camera doesn't have to be too high. But until then, I don't want to have it too low because obviously sports bra. But yeah, baby girl is awake. She has been drinking whole milk today. completely whole milk. I was mixing it up with the formula. She got to about 5 ounces of the whole milk, and then today I was like, you know what, let me just go for it. She's been downing it, and so yeah, she is drinking Horizons. She's drinking the Growing Years by Horizons, but it's been hard to find, so I'm probably just going to do the regular brand of Horizons as well. So I have both here. She has one container left of the Horizons Growing Years, and then I have 2 containers of the regular Horizons, because when I've been trying to order the Growing Years, it's been out of stock, and they've been replacing it with the plain Horizons. So that's the brand of milk she is drinking. Her appointment is in October, so I'll see if her doctor recommends another milk or whatnot. But yeah, I want to tackle the green ember, and then maybe later on tonight I can tackle Onyeka in the sun, in the Academy of the Sun. And I honestly have not been planning. I think the last time I planned anything, yeah, it was the week of surgery. And so I didn't plan anything that week. I might go back into, I don't even know if I'm going to do anything, but, and this weekend is pretty much done. So I'm just going to probably just prep for October in my planner and get things done. But there are 2 readathons that I want to take part in. So that's why I kind of want to see how many books I can finish up. I know I could definitely do Blood Lies. If I finish the Green Ember and Onyeka in the Sun between today and tomorrow, I can definitely put in Blood Lies and maybe A War of Crowns, and then that would have gotten me 6 out of the 7 books. Because A Voice in the Wind is really, really thick. So like I said, I may push her to next month. I may do that another time. I don't know. And then Marriage That Works and Letters to Malcolm were like books that I just added on just to add on. So I'm not really too pressed about those 2 books, but I do want to get more into Marriage That Works. So like I said, I'm just coming on to start this intro, the video, and stuff like that. And I'll come back to you guys when my husband leaves for work. Hey y'all, I'm back. So it is 5:57. I did get a little bit further into The Green Ember by S.C. Smith. So I have 1 hour left to go. I'm at the 51% mark. And so I am gonna finish this. I actually could have finished it prior to this video, but I just recorded a sort of first impressions review of another commentary I got. So you guys know I got the John and Acts Volume 9 ESV Expository Commentary from Crossway. And then I got which volume is this? 12. This is volume 12 of the commentary. This is Hebrews through Revelation, which is funny because I'm actually going to be getting into a Revelation study soon, but I'll talk more about that in another video once I have all the details. But I just got this. Y'all see how thick this one is? OMG. Y'all see she is thick. This one is on Isaiah to Ezekiel. This is volume, I don't even know. I think this is volume 6. I'm not the best with Roman numerals. So I think the V is 5 plus the I is 6. So volume 6. I just did a video on that, and she is a chunker. I do have some gripes. I will say I wish they came with at least 2 or 3 bookmarks because of how thick she is. And then my bookmark ribbon, for some reason, kind of looks backward. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. No, it is backwards. And then for some reason, my edition of the John and Acts is double satin, like double-sided satin, and then my edition of Hebrews to Revelation and Isaiah-Ezekiel is just one-sided. So I don't know, but yeah, I want to finish this book up, so that I can move on to Onyeka. I really should not be concerned about that because it's not really a Christian novel, but it is fun to read, and I only have about 3 hours left of that. So I figured if I finish this up, baby girl's napping, I'm gonna quickly clean up my mess. I'm probably not gonna put the stand up because that might make noise, but I'm gonna try to situate everything perfectly so that I can get back into this. But The Green Ember, what can I say about this book? I don't even know what the heck to say, y'all, because this book confuses me. Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I don't even remember what it's about. So it's been so long since I've remembered. So that's probably why. But it is a middle grade novel about these 2 rabbit siblings named Heather and Pickett, and they lived ordinary lives until something happened. I already know what happened, obviously, but something drastic happens that kind of catapults them into this whole like journey and figuring things out with what their dad had told them about like some stories that are actually real. And so it says Heather and Pickett are extraordinary rabbits with ordinary lives until calamitous events overtake them, spilling them into a cauldron of misadventures. They discover that their own story is bound up in the tumult threatening to overwhelm the wider world. Kings fall, kingdoms totter, tyrants ascend, and terrors threaten. Betrayal beckons, and loyalty is a broken road with peril around every bend. Where will Heather and Pickett land? How will they make their stand? And so, yeah, you have these two siblings, Heather and Pickett. They were out one day while their mom, their dad, and their little brother were home, and something obviously happens, and then they get thrown into this like whole other world that they really didn't even know existed. And so it's interesting. Heather is very headstrong, while Pickett, he is showing signs of like pride, jealousy. And so it's an interesting story. The fantasy bits are really more so that they're rabbits, and then there's these werewolves or wolves. I don't even know what they are. And I guess there are other creatures, and there's like bird-like things. But I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on outside of a missing heir. Their dad's brother, who looks like their dad, came. Their mom, dad, and brother are kind of like alive, but probably not alive. It's a lot going on, and I love that kind of fantasy. But I'm also like, can we explain something? So we met some interesting characters. So I'm intrigued. I definitely plan to continue on with the series. Right now, it's giving 3-star rating. But yeah, I want to finish it up while she's sleeping and before babe call. Well, he should be calling me soon, and he starts work at 6:30. So that'll be a quick conversation. But I'm going to quickly clean up my mess. Like I mentioned, I will be doing a Bible study soon on Revelation, but I'm not going to do it by myself. I am joining Alexis Ashley, which I think she just posted up a video. But by the time you see this video, then it had already been up for a couple of days. But she just posted up her video about the stuff that we're going to be getting and using. And so I did order the Revelation study from Daily Grace Co. So I have that coming. Should be here next week. And then tomorrow I'm going to order the other book that we're going to be doing by Jen Wilkin, the Revelation study she has. And then I have a bunch of commentaries already. Obviously, I have this Revelation commentary by Charles C. Ryrie. I have this. And then I have obviously the Revelation commentary that I got from Crossway. And then I have one by G.K. Bell as well as Craig Keener or something like that. And I think I have like 3 other commentaries, but they're like ebook commentaries. I didn't get the physical copies because physical commentaries right now is just not going to do it for me. So I have quite a few commentaries to assist. I'm really looking forward to the study. Obviously, I have all my different Bibles to help me through. But yeah, like I said, baby girl sleeping. I want to go finish up this. And I'm listening to the audiobook. Reading it is not really fun. But as I'm tandem reading, I'm highlighting some of the cute little quotes that they're saying. And so I'm going to come back when I finish this book. Like I said, I want to do 1 book a day. Hopefully, we can complete 2. We only got 5 days left in the month. So we are trying to move things along and at least get through the TBR as much as I can. I know the last book that I want to do is A War of Crowns or something like that. What's that book called? So yeah, so like I said, I'm doing the Green Ember right now, which I'm almost done with, and then I want to do Onyeka and the Academy. After that, I'm gonna jump straight into Blood Lies. I don't even know how long Blood Lies is, honestly, you guys. I don't know. Let me see how many pages Blood Lies is, because I don't think I have an audiobook. I think it is on Audible, but I don't pay for Audible anymore, because like, no, just no. But I'm gonna probably jump into Blood Lies by Sharon K. Gilbert. Book details. Let's see if it'll tell me. It's about 430 pages, 38 pages, so it shouldn't be that long to read whatsoever. So I'm gonna jump right into Blood Lies, and then A Voice in the Wind, like I said, probably ain't gonna happen this month because that's a thick boy. It's a thickie. And so right after Blood Lies, I want to jump straight into A War of Crowns by, what is her name? We don't remember her name, but we don't want to mess it up. So her name is Ashley Willingham. I want to get into that. So I'm probably not going to do A Voice in the Wind. And if I do, I'll probably start it and move it over to one of the prompts for next month. But I will have my TBR for October soon because I do want to partake in 2 readathons. The Middle Earth readathon, and I already picked the team that I'm going to be on is the Lord of the Rings. And then I also want to do the Journey to the Bible, I think it is, round 4 readathon. And so I have the prompts for that. I already picked out my prompts. And so we're going to try to figure it out. Hopefully next month is a better reading month, a lot more to do. But yeah, let me go read. I'll come back to you guys. Right now it is 6:06. So by like 7:30-ish, I should be done with this book. It's an hour left to go, probably less. And again, I'm listening to it on 3 times speed. So I'll be back. Hey y'all, it is currently 7:40. Ow, that hurts. 7:40. Ooh, that hurt a lot. But yeah, I did eat a little bit of some food, but I'm gonna get dinner in a few. I finished, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. I did listen to it on 3.5 speed, so you guys can see. I went between 3 and 3.5. When it got to the end, I got to 3.5 speed. But yeah, I listened to it. It was better listening to it than reading it. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3-star rating. It was cute. It was fun. It was basically for middle grade kids, like ages 8 to 12 or whatever the case may be. But it wasn't like groundbreaking for me. I enjoyed the whole idea of family, redemption, sacrifice, and stuff like that. The ending did bring a twist that I honestly wasn't expecting. Baby girl's up. Hold on. Had to grab baby girl. She was asleep for a while. But yeah, just who the prince was, I wasn't expecting, because I was expecting somebody else to be the prince, and then it turned out to be another character. But either way, I'm content with who the prince is, if that makes sense. And so I truly did enjoy it. I gave it a 3-star. I am going to continue on to read the series. I know there's a prequel series, and then there's like this novella series that they have for one of the characters that I honestly want to know more about, because we see this character if I recall, he's popped up one time and he's like on the verge of death. So other than that, I enjoyed Heather, I enjoyed Pickett, I enjoyed their uncle Wilfred. Smalls was great. Hubby's calling me, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I'm still on the phone with hubby. And baby girl is drinking her bottle. You can't see her, but she's literally, what's it up? Right here. Lay back down, drink your bottle, mama. But like I was saying, I enjoyed Wilfred, I enjoyed Smalls, Lord something, right? I don't remember his name, but yeah, it was great. I'm glad I'm done with it. So I'm gonna move on to Onyeka, and I feel like I'm saying her name wrong, but I'm gonna move on to that book and try to finish it tonight, because it's only like 2.5 hours, 3 hours left. So we're gonna put the audiobook on next, but I'm gonna take a break while little mama is up, spend some time on her, and then get to reading. So I will come back to you guys when I'm done with the next book. This blog, like I said, I really wanted to just be updates on me reading and stuff like that. I'm not gonna have montages because obviously I'm in sports bras. I will be taking a shower later on tonight when she goes back to sleep. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better, just slightly. I do feel a little migraine coming on. I feel it. But yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll come back to you guys when I get ready to read Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun. Hey y'all, it's 10:26 right now, and I am 47%, well 48 if I'm going by the audiobook. I think I started off at chapter 14. I'm on chapter 19 now, so I read about 5 chapters of Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun. Let me show you guys the cover. I'm gonna just pop the actual cover on screen so you guys can see, because the cover is gorgeous actually. But I am waiting for baby girl to go to sleep. We had some fried rice, shrimp and broccoli. I have a little bit more left because she didn't eat most of it. And then she had her milk. Like I said, she's drinking Horizon's Growing Years milk. But yeah, 47% of the way through. So I'm gonna keep reading until she goes to sleep, pretty much. And then once she goes to sleep, I'm gonna take my shower because I am very sore under my arm. Thankfully, my appointment is on Monday, But I forgot I also have my neurology appointment on Thursday. So 2 doctor's appointments this week coming. Tomorrow I have to go to church because I forgot I got this youth event that I planned, a prayer night for the youth and young adult. And so because I've been down sick in and out of the hospital, one out of doctor's office, I don't expect it to be a huge turnout, honestly. And so I am going to plan another one, but whoever shows up tomorrow shows up. I have all the things that I wanted to go over tomorrow. And so, yeah, and I'm going to go to church Sunday, most likely. Catch a ride with my mom and my brother. Well, I'm going to have to because my mom in love wants to see baby girl, because next week we're not going to be out there because it's my husband and I's goddaughter's birthday, and she's celebrating her birthday out here in Jersey, so it doesn't make sense to go to New York to come back to Jersey. And so, yeah, and it's my husband's birthday on Sunday. So my goddaughter was born on October 4th. My husband's birthday is October 5th. And so the week after that, my mom in love will not be here because she's going to, I think, Ghana, I think. And so she'll be gone. And so she's going to come by the church Sunday to see baby girl and to just enjoy the service. And it's my apostle's birthday service anyway. So, yeah. But I'm going to just keep reading until baby girl goes to sleep. And so far, I mean, this is not a Christian novel. I don't think I've found anything that is terrible thus far that I'm reading. It is a middle grade novel. It's definitely giving Black Panther meets X-Men, with this British Nigerian girl named Onyeka. Onyeka. Onyeka or Onyeka? I always say Onyeka, but I feel like it's Onyeka, and I'm listening to the audiobook and I really can't tell y'all. But it's giving Amari and the Night Brothers, which I really enjoyed that trilogy by B.B. Austin, and it is such a cute middle grade novel fantasy with a little Black girl who is just tearing it up in a fantasy world. And it's kind of giving that vibe, but she's getting used to her like powers or whatever, and her power has to do with her hair. Her afro hair has psychokinetic powers. And so, yeah, baby girl is up still. So like I said, I'm waiting for her to go to sleep. I got on Peppa Pig right now for her. I'm trying to phase her out of Peppa Pig, so I've been having her watch shows like Pocoyo, Masha and the Bear. What's another show she watches? Octonauts. She's been watching Octonauts. She likes Bluey. I'm trying to get her into like Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh. She'll watch here and there, and so she likes Doc McStuffins, PJ Masks. So yeah, I'm trying to get her into everything but Peppa, because I'm personally tired of Peppa Pig. I think that was like not the first show I watched for her, but probably like the second or third, and she just gravitated toward Peppa. And I can't stand Peppa Pig for so many reasons. There's a lot. So yeah, but that's what I have on right now because it keeps her calm. And I'm just gonna keep reading until she knocks out. I'll come back on camera right before I take my shower. And like I said, the goal is to finish this today. And so it is 10:31. I have 2 hours and 3 minutes left, apparently, according to what this says. But I am listening to the audiobook on 3.5 speed. I'm bouncing between 3.2 and 3.5 speed. And so it says, yeah, it says I have like 4 hours left on the audiobook, but I'm already 50% of the way through via audio, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to keep going, and then I'll come back to you guys. I am pushing myself starting tonight to make a new goal that I cannot go to bed without reading my Bible, because I don't even know the last time I read my Bible. So I am going to include some Bible reading in this reading blog. And so, okay. And so I am going to, my mic's still on here. I am going to finish this book up and then dive into my Bible, read a couple of chapters of the Psalms, because I know I'm a couple of days behind on my Bible reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go, and I'll come back to you guys right before I jump in the shower to tell you guys where I'm at in the book. My thoughts so far is giving like 3.5. I'm waiting for something else to happen to possibly be a 4. But I'm gonna go because she's looking at me whining, and I want to get back to reading. So hey y'all, it is 12:22, in the morning. It is Friday. Baby girl just went to sleep. I had to rock her to bed. But I did finish reading Onyeka, Onyeka in the Academy of the Sun, and I'm gonna give it a 4-star rating. It was pretty good for a middle grade novel. There was something that happened that I kind of predicted at the beginning, but as the story went on, I didn't think it would happen, but it did happen. So yeah, it was pretty good, action filled. I definitely want to continue on with the sequel to see what happens next. I have the entire trilogy, but I have finally moved on to Blood Lies by Sharon K. Gilbert. I am working on getting the Audible version. It is on sale for $1.99. I'm hoping I can still catch it because when I paid for it, I put $2 in my account for because I use my CashApp card for anything with Amazon and Audible. But I put $2 and it came out to $2.12. So I had to put another dollar in there, and so I have to wait for it to, I guess, reset itself because it's not letting me repurchase it. It keeps telling me that I own the book, but the first purchase failed. And on my iPhone, it just does this. So I guess I have to wait, but it usually is $14.99. It was on sale for $1.99, which is why I wanted to snag it. I usually don't buy Audible books whatsoever. And I get Audible only when I have like a free trial. And so it was only $2, so I opted to get it, but I have to wait for it to reset or whatever it needs to do. But yeah, I am now on to Blood Lies, which is a historical fiction fantasy Christian novel. I don't even know how to describe it. But I'm gonna tell you guys what it's about really quick. So the Ripper murders did not begin in 1888, but in March of 1879, when a beautiful woman is found slain and dismembered on Commercial Street in Spitalfields, London. When detectives arrive, they not only find the broken body of the victim, but a child who remembers nothing of who she is or how she came to be at the scene. Because the little girl has no known home, a gentle-hearted detective inspector named Charles St. Clair takes her to his home, and from that point on, his life will never be the same. Over the course of the next 10 years, he'll learn not only all about the girl, but also about himself, and St. Clair will learn the truth about a supernatural battle that has been raging across England for 400 years. The Red Wing Saga presents an alternative telling of history, pulling back the veil of secrecy put into place by those who would deceive and destroy. Geopolitics, criminal investigation, and science merge with secret societies, angelic warfare, and human free will. Book 1 of the series, Blood Lies, introduces the characters, both human and non-human, as well as his backstories, and it starts us on a journey that will eventually lead from Whitechapel to World War. So it's a crime detective, supernatural thriller, suspense, historical fiction novel. I know that this was like a lot, but yeah, I'm just waiting to get the copy on Audible. So I'll probably check in the morning, and if it's not on sale, I'll just do the assistive reader on Kindle or whatever. I have it through Kindle Unlimited right now, borrowed, and so yeah. Um, so yeah, I finished 2 books yesterday because it's now Friday, and so the plan today is to finish Blood Lies. Right now, it's saying 12 hours and 27 minutes. We're gonna have to fix that because ain't no way. I did pause and stuff like that, and so it's definitely taking its time. So I need to remember how to reset the Kindle. Yeah, I need to remember how to do that. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do my reading time reset. But I got 2% of the way, and I really just read the prologue, which was kind of interesting. So I'm probably gonna reread the prologue because I don't know what the heck I was reading. I'm probably a little tired. So I'm going to go jump in the shower now. It is 12:27, but I am still gonna jump in the shower, and before I go to bed, I'm gonna read my Bible. So once I get out the shower and stuff like that, I'm gonna come back to you guys. We'll do some Bible reading, and then I will see you guys later on in the day so that we can get through Blood Lies. But yeah, I'm gonna just go back to the beginning because what? Your girl has no idea what was going on, what was being read. I highlighted some stuff, but that doesn't mean I understood what I was reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go shower, come back so we can read my Bible. Hey y'all, I'm back. It is currently 1:08 in the morning. 1:08, just finished showering. I cleaned my dishes. I also washed baby girl's bottles and cleaned out the tub. So yeah, as I said, I'm challenging myself from now until the end of October to read my Bible before bed, because a lot of the times I don't wake up when my alarm goes off. I snooze, and then by the time I'm getting up, I gotta rush my son to school. And so I have my alarm set for 5:30 to get up so that I could read my Bible, and pray and stuff like that, because I am going to be trying. I've heard of 60-60, but I know that I cannot commit to that. I'm not even going to sit here and say that I am. Basically, 60-60 is when you pray for 60, basically an hour, 60 minutes, or 60 days. But I am going to challenge myself to do 30-30. Pray for 30 minutes a day for 30 days. And there's 31 days in the month of October. So I am planning to do that. It can either be 30 minutes straight, or I can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes at night, or 15 minutes in the morning. But the plan is 30 minutes a day of prayer. Eventually, I want it to be straight 30 minutes of praying, but I may have to break up that 30 minutes throughout my day. And as far as my Bible reading, I have not touched my Bible since September 9th, y'all. It is now the 26th. I'm behind, and I'm not even going to sit here like I'm going to read a whole bunch. So the goal is to read 2 days. So day 161 is Psalm 17 to 20, and then day 162 is 21 to 25. I'm extremely tired, but I want to get back into reading my Bible. And I need to find a way to make it work, because I feel like if I miss one day, then I'm thrown off. And so, yeah, right now I did shower, but my underarm area is like sticky residue from the glue, and it's annoying because I've showered, I've not scrubbed per se, because I can't really scrub the area, but I've washed the area multiple times, and it will continuously be sticky. And because it's sticky, it rubs against the incision, and it becomes a whole thing. And I can't put deodorant, I can't do anything except deal with it. My appointment is Monday, so yeah. But like I said, the plan right now is to read my Bible. So I'm going to sit here and read Psalm 17 to Psalms 25 and listen to the devotional. And then tomorrow we'll see. I may read 5 days. I don't know. I'm way beyond behind in this devotional reading, honestly. But in this Bible reading, but some days I'm good at it, I'm going strong, and then I fall off. And that's the reality of it. It's really hard right now trying to find a routine, because I have a toddler that doesn't really have a routine, and I'm kind of at her beck and call, which is kind of frustrating, because I remember with my son, I didn't have the time, and then as he got older and went to school, I had that time back, and I started gaining it back where I had hours. I can be happy if I can get at least 5 minutes. So we're going to read the Bible right now, because the plan is, if I don't read my Bible in the morning, I cannot go to bed until I read my Bible. So I am pulling up the ESV, and I am on Psalm 17. So we are going to listen to that as I read, and I will come back to you guys when I am done reading, so that I can be accountable to my reading for the day. And that does not include the fact that I've already read today. So if that makes sense. So Psalm 17, let me go into my reading plan. I have so many reading plans on here, it's ridiculous. Like, I should be on Psalm 77, y'all. Nowhere near that. So I'm not even gonna psych myself out whatsoever. I'm just not. I'm gonna mark these readings for the day all the way to 25, and then what I'm gonna do is just say, catch me up, shift dates forward. So now today, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be reading Psalm 26 to 31. Yes, okay. So we're good. So I'm gonna read my Bible, and I'll come back to you guys with my thoughts if I have any thoughts. But just come back to you guys and let you know that I read. And yeah, I'll chat with you guys in a few. Hey y'all. It's now 1:36 in the morning, and I read Psalm 17 and Psalm 25. And I'll be honest, I got quite a lot. And I've read through the Psalms already. But this time, taking my time and really looking at it, and then I guess where I am in life, I can appreciate certain things. And so I'll try to pull out nuggets from like each chapter. So from Psalm 17, it was verse 8, where it says, "Keep me as the apple of your eye, hide me in the shadow of your wings." For me, that's just a reminder to like make sure that I go before the Lord earnestly and humbly, and make sure that I carry myself in a way that will have him see me. And not that he doesn't see me, but it reminds me that I want to be the apple of his eye, right? And so I can't do that on my own. That's why it says, "Keep me as the apple of your eye, hide me in the shadow of your wings." And so I need to be hidden sometimes. I need to be under his wings. I need for his eye to stay on me, so that I know, like, that I know what I need to do, if that makes sense. Psalm 18, I mean, it talks about the Lord is my rock, my fortress, my deliverer, and stuff like that. So, was there anything in here that stuck out to me? No, not really. Mm, yeah, not really. I mean, all of it is highlighted, but certain things are highlighted in different colors. That means more. So, Psalm 19, there were two parts. Verse 2 and 3, where it says, "Day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words whose voice is not heard." And that reminds me that everything on this earth speaks to God's glory, speaks to God's perfection, speaks to his kingship, speaks to Christ's kingship, right? And so there should never be a reason why someone doesn't believe, because everything that we see, and I'll talk about this later in another for Psalm 22, because it talks about that too, but everything reveals and shows God, like everything. And even in verses 7 to 10, it talks about how his law is perfect and revives the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoice in the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The rules of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, even much fine gold, sweeter than honey and the drippings of honeycomb. And so it's like everything of the Lord should be sought after. It should be more rich than anything else we could desire. Money, relationships, friendships, like it should be more. So that's just what I got for that. I didn't get anything really much from Psalm 20. I mean, obviously some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord. We know that verse. Going on to verse chapter 21, I didn't really mark anything, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It really just talks about the Lord's strength and how the king rejoiced in that, being, I guess, David rejoiced in his strength, but I didn't get much. Psalm 22 is the one I was talking about, and there were two things, actually three things, because this is the one about why have you forsaken me? And so I can definitely relate to that, because sometimes I feel forsaken, and obviously we know that Christ has said that already before. And I'll put this verse on screen because I can't think right now, but 22 verse 3, it says, "Yet you are holy, enthroned on the praise of Israel." So verse 1 and 2, you see that there's a cry out of why God has forsaken them, and you cry by day and by night. But then it says, "Yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel." And I have to remember, even though I feel forsaken, even though I feel like he's not hearing me, even though I'm crying tears consistently, he is still enthroned, right? He is still holy. It don't matter. So no matter what I feel, I can bring it to him. But at the end of the day, he is still God, period. And even on verse 28, chapter 22, it says, "For kingship belongs to the Lord, and he rules over the nations." It don't matter who the president is. It don't matter what prophet told me what. It don't matter what person said what the doctor said. The King of Kings is the King of Kings over everything and everyone. And so, yeah. Psalm 23, we all know that. Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." But I think the thing that really interested me is that Paul David Tripp really focused on 23 and 1, which is the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And basically, I'll just talk about the parts that I highlighted. He says, sheep are prone to wander. The nature of sheep is to be easily distracted and quickly seduced by the lush green just beyond the borders of the fold. Once a sheep has wandered, it is incapable of rescuing itself. And so we as humans, and because of the sin that lives inside of us, are prone to wander away from the protective instruction, correction, and discipline of God. And we cannot get back to that place of safety on our own. We need the Holy Spirit. We need Christ, right? Sometimes we need fellowship. We need that bonding that unites us as a body of Christ. And I've studied this scripture, plenty of times, right? Psalm 23, studied it plenty of times. But when I think about the sheep, I've never really thought about how they wander off. I've always thought about the shepherd and how the shepherd guides and how the shepherd protects and how the shepherd does this and how the sheep will find peace and they will find what they need with the shepherd, but never about the sheep themselves. So I'm going to do more research myself on that, even though it's something that you would think I would have studied. I really didn't pick up on the sheep, honestly. So, because they don't talk about sheep in here, just as the shepherd, but obviously the shepherd takes care of sheep. So, and sheep are animals that wander off. Ever. Psalm 24, the verse that stuck out to me was verse 1. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and the world and those who dwell therein. And I think for me, chapter 24, verse 1 really connects with, for me, is it that one? Yes. Chapter 19, verses 2-3, where it says, day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words whose voice is not heard. And it's like, if he is king, he created the world. Everything in the world is his. And so that means if he created the world and everything in the world is his, then everything that I see shows and reveals the glory of God. It shows and reveals who he is, that he exists, that he is real. So it kind of is a mind-boggling that people just don't believe. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. And then we go on to chapter 25, which just talks about teaching you the path, teaching you his paths. And so I didn't really mark anything of importance, but I highlighted. And so yeah, tomorrow we're going to read 26 to 31, and I'm going to make sure that I stick on that. Usually for this time, I would prefer to do Bible study, but right now I'm just all over the place. And I'll start a Bible study and then never finish it, or stop and just won't go back to it. And so I want to take a pause right now on Bible study. I am going to be studying Revelation sometime in October. And so I want to take my time and just pause on that. So I like Bible study until then. But I did that. I am tired. So I am going to go to bed. I do not have to get up in the morning. My son is with his dad. So I can rest. I can sleep in. And so I am going to do just that. Baby girl knocked out. Hubby don't get in until the morning. And so I'm just gonna rest. For some reason I just have random breakouts. I don't know what's going on. And so and I probably will address some questions, if not tomorrow, then the day after or Monday or whatever. Because people have asked me a couple of questions so far that I've seen about the surgery that I had, as well as about my health. And it kind of confuses people. So yes, I am dealing with a couple of things. Migraines, obviously I had the surgery. And then the foot situation. But the foot situation is connected to my health, which I found out. And so, like I said, depending on how my appointment goes in December with my doctor, I'll keep you guys posted on like my health further. I'm just waiting until that appointment in December to know more for myself personally. But yeah, I'll talk about all of that later on down the line if I remember. If not, I'll wait till after my appointment on Monday to talk about it. Yeah, I'm breaking out. You guys cannot tell right here, but it's so itchy. You can kind of see some of the bumps. I don't know, but I'm breaking out, and that's why I can't wait for my neurology appointment, because I get hydroxyzin, which is an allergy pill. I take that. And so I hope my new neurologist prescribes me that, because I typically will use it with the migraines, but also if I break out in these random breakouts, which I don't have a reason for these breakouts. There's no reason for it. It could be stress. I'm not allergic to anything. Like, I have no allergies outside of like seasonal allergies and dust. But these are random breakouts. Like, I could just be drinking water and just break out, which is crazy. So, but yeah, I'm tired. It's 1:47. I'm finna knock out. And I'll chat with you guys in the morning. The plan is to be up around 8ish. Fingers crossed, we'll see. But I'm gonna go. Day one of this reading vlog was a success. Finished 2 books, started another book, but we will resume later on. So good night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's 8:21 in the morning. I got up at 7 because baby girl screamed herself awake, and then I lounged in the bed until maybe like 8 o'clock. Wash my face, moisturize, brush my teeth, do my hair, and now I'm making some scrambled eggs for myself and for baby girl. So I'm tired. Coffee. Alright, so I'm about to have breakfast, but she finished her bottle of milk. I'm gonna take all of my vitamins and supplements and eat my breakfast and then go back in the room, and hopefully I'm gonna do some Bible reading today. Actually, read my Bible first. So it is 8:29, excuse me, 8:29. 8:29. So I'll come back to you guys when I get in the room to read my Bible. Hey guys, it's 2:04 right now. My husband left at 1:30. I started Blood Lies by Sharon Gilbert, and I did end up getting an audiobook from Audible. I am 31% of the way through on this book. I'll be honest, I am confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little disturbed by the romance in this. Just a tidbit. I'll talk more about it, but yeah, I did read. I did also read my Bible. I read two days worth of reading. So I read, let me see. Baby girl. I read Psalms 26 to Psalm 35 today, and I think tonight I'm gonna read Psalm 36 to Psalm 45 tonight. So I'm trying to read like 4 days worth of readings in a day, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. And so yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this book tonight unless I just listen to the audiobook, only because tonight I have an event at the church that I technically am hosting for the youth. And so I'm leaving for that event at like 5:20. It starts at 7, ends around 8 o'clock. Probably won't get back home till 9:30, 10. So don't know if I'm gonna finish that book, but it's okay because I technically can still finish it tomorrow and start the War Count, whatever the fantasy book is by Ashley Willingham that I said I wanted to start. But I just wanted to come on and give an update. Blood Lies is interesting. It's definitely historical. Taking historical fiction set in 1888 or 1980 or something like that. I'll have a more clear update when I come back home. But yeah, it's interesting. You have the main female character, Elizabeth. And then you have the main male character, which is like this inspector. I don't like their relationship for so many reasons because he met this woman when she was 11 years old. Even though she was 11 years old, I guess to him she looked like she was 6 or 7. So the fact that there is a now romance between them, I think she's now 21 in the story, where we're at, it's just like, I don't like it. I also did not like the inspector's wife. She was trashed. His marriage was horrible, and it had nothing to do with him, more so to do with his wife. His wife was just terrible. But yeah, I did read today. I want to try to get to the 60% mark. Possibly, we'll see. Because like I said, it's about 2:06 right now. I'm about to eat my lunch, chill out. So we'll see. But I have this event tonight, so yeah, I'm going to relax and then probably read more, probably not. I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably just listen to the audiobook on the way. See how far I can get in the audiobook and bookmark like notes or whatever if I need to. But yeah, so far it's all right. Probably won't be a 4 stars depending on how it ends. I do see the fantasy aspects with the whole idea of demons and rituals and spirits and stuff like that. So that part is interesting to me way more than like everything else. So yeah. Oh, and there was also a relationship with Beth and her cousin, which I didn't like. I get that it's set in old times set. I get it that stuff like that happened, but I don't condone it. But anyways, I'm gonna go because that's how I rambled. My mind is a little all over the place right now, but it's okay. I'm gonna get my mind together, and I'll be back to you guys with another update. Good morning, guys. It's 7:05 in the morning. I got up at 6 because Babe had to go to work today. He's doing overtime this weekend, and I got a couple of packages coming today. But I wanted to update you guys on my reading. So yesterday I only got to the 30% mark, which I read up to chapter 8. And the plan was to try to read more, but like I said, I had that event at the church. I went, I did it. The event went okay. The event went okay, and we just discussed prayer with the youth and young adults. And we had someone new attend the church, and they enjoyed themselves a lot, and so that was great for me to hear feedback from. But yeah, we left the church. So we left home at like 5:20, got to the church around 6:30. It started at like 7:10, and the conversation was so good that we were talking until 8:30. I was trying to end it at 8, but the conversation just kept going, and so we ended at 8:30. But my mom and I stayed at the church till about 9:30, because she had to decorate for Sunday's service. And so we didn't get home till like 10:30, and I was very exhausted. Baby girl was exhausted. And when she's tired, she does a lot of crying, whining, flipping, flopping, doing the most. And so I had me some cup soup and knocked out straight out. So yeah, since it's early, the plan was to do laundry this morning, but I am literally out of it. My arm is starting to get in a little bit more pain. I think I did in the past 2 days a little too much, and I have a lot of laundry. So my mom is also working overtime this weekend. So when she gets off, we'll see how I feel. The goal and the plan was to get this laundry done, at least 75% of this laundry done. I don't know if I'm going to get it done. I might just wait till Monday to do it because I'm so tired. I'm not going to be able to do it tomorrow because I'm going to be by myself. The only way that that's possible is if I only take my daughter's laundry and get her laundry out of the way tomorrow, and then Monday do everybody else's laundry. And so it's either I do all of it today or do some tomorrow and then the rest of Monday. We'll see. But I am exhausted, but I'm up. I'm up. So I'm not feeling my best right now. My arm is in pain and a little swollen. I did make me a little cup of coffee, and I'm getting ready to read Blood Lies. I'll be honest, I was going to DNF this book. Like I said, I have some issues with the story. But I know it's like Victorian era. I think it's Victorian era and stuff like that. Take it out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm exhausted. And it's not even like this bright. I have my light on right now, so if I turn my light off, it's dark. It's giving like let's go to bed vibe. See, it's dark. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going because apparently it does get better. I guess because the relationships are kind of like throwing me off that I'm just not a fan of it. But I do want to get to the whole Jack the Ripper and the whole part of the rituals and the demonic activity and how God kind of shines through that. I've seen the reviews, they said it gets better. And so, yeah, I'm on chapter 9 now. So, grab my Kindle. Yeah, so I did read a little last night. I'm on 31%. But I'm going to do that now. Turn this light out, relax. I might fall back asleep, who knows? But I have packages coming, so that's why I'm kind of awake because I don't know when they're coming. I have packages coming between 7 and 11 a.m. One package already came. And so I'm waiting for the other packages. The rest of my packages come majority on Monday and 2 come on Sunday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going to church Sunday just because, like I said, I did do a lot. And it depends. If I do the laundry today, I'm not going to be able to go tomorrow because my underarm area is so sore. And like I said, you don't realize how much you use your armpits when you're moving and picking things up. And so, I don't know. It's very, very sore, very painful. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back when I have an update. I want to at least get to the 60% mark, at least the 60, 65%, maybe 70%, anywhere between 60 to 70%. I'm hoping it picks up. I mean, we're getting to the real action at this point in the story, and so we'll see. But I'm personally just not a fan of the romance, none of it at all. But I'm gonna go. I'll come back to you guys when I have an update. See you soon. Hey y'all, so it literally just turned 12 o'clock. And I am on chapter 17 of the audiobook, which puts me at the 60% mark. I'll be honest, I don't think this is going to get more than a 4 stars. It might be a 3.5, 3.75, depending on how it ends, because I'm kind of bored. It's interesting. I'm loving the whole aspect of Jack the Ripper having to do with rituals and the demonic, but also seeing how, like, a lot of the people in the book are believers and they know God as like their savior, but it's also one of those things where it's like I need more. So I don't know. I'm not gonna DNF it because I'm at the 60% mark, but it's all right. It's all right. So once I'm done with Blood Lies, I'm jumping straight into A War of Crowns by Ashley Willingham, which is a romantasy that is clean. So I'm excited to dive into that. She's wide awake. She's moving around. I'm debating if I'm going to do the laundry, but I'm probably just going to go do it tomorrow morning, run to the laundromat. They open at 6, so I'll wake her up, take her with me to wash her laundry, come back, and then I'll probably go back later on in the day to do the rest of the laundry because the laundry needs to get done. I don't feel like doing anything today. I'm out of it, and this whole part of my arm is sore, and she keeps like beating me up, pretty much hitting me and stuff in my arm, putting her head into my arm, and it's causing more pain. So, yeah, but I did get my order from Amazon earlier. So I got her another one of the leapfrog phones because she lost her other one. So if I find the other one, I'll just take that to her grandma's house in New York. And I got her the remote control as well. I got the Boogie Micro Mist Saline Inhaler because I'm tired of fighting her. I usually use the saline spray for the nose, but she don't like it and I don't like fighting with her, so I could use that. I tried it on her today. She enjoyed it, and so I could use that on her while she's sleeping to, unclog her nose. I also bought another frother. I needed a new frother. My old one has been gone for like a couple of years, and I have a milk frother, but it's literally just for creamer and milk, and so I wanted a handheld one. This one is USB rechargeable milk frother, and it comes with the one that's good for like powders and supplements and stuff like that. This one for whisking, and then the regular like milk frother with the stand. So I got it in lavender, of course, because your girl loves lavender. So it has 3 settings: low, medium, and high. So I'm excited about that. I do need to finish charging it, but I also have to charge my phone. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna finish this book today. I don't know if I'm gonna jump right into the other book. We'll see what time I finish it because this book is like dragging for me. It's really dragging. It feels very long-winded. It is written in Victorian era style, and so I don't really care for the language. The relationship, like I said, is getting even more weird at this point with the two romances. Is very weird. But if you're not into like dark rituals, if you are not a fan of like the Jack Ripper history and stuff like that, don't read this book because it can definitely get dark. I mean, they talk about like rituals and killings of children and animals and drinking blood of lamb. Like, it's so weird. It is so weird. But on the flip side, you see the believers who are like, not I don't want to say quoting scripture, but they know to pray and stuff like that. And you see like when they encounter these demonic beings and they begin to pray, that the demonic beings get angry and stuff like that. So it's one of those books where I'm kind of like in the middle, like I don't know if I like it or not. So that's why I said it might not get more than 4. Depending on how it ends, it may get a 3.5, 3.75. Right now it's at a 3-star rating. For me, it's just dragging. I don't like the romance whatsoever, and the language definitely old. So I'm on chapter 17. I will read that later. But right now, I'm finna go chill. I'm just gonna chill. I am gonna read my Bible. I did not read my Bible last night. I got in, I crashed immediately, which is fine because I did read my Bible that morning. So I am gonna catch up today and do some reading. Oh, I forgot to also show. I got my Revelation Bible study from Jen Wilkin because I am partaking in book club with A Love for Jesus, Alexis Ashley. That's her channel. Click the eye to go to her video. Well, it should have already been posted. I think I mentioned it in a previous clip, but we're doing a study of Revelation in October, mid-October. And so I got this Revelation Bible study because we'll be using it. It also comes with video access, so I'm glad about that. I also have the Revelation study coming from Daily Grace Code. That should be coming to me by Wednesday because it's actually in Jersey right now. So hopefully Monday I'll have it, but I'll have everything for that. And I'm excited to just study Revelation. I read through it a couple times, but girl, you all right? She over here flipping and flopping and throwing her body. I read through it a couple of times, but I'm excited to actually like sit down and fully study it verse by verse, scripture by scripture, and take my time and have fun, and also fellowship with other women of Christ. So don't pull my hair. But yeah, you see, she's always scrapping on this. What the matter? Where you going? What the matter? So I'm gonna go. I'll come back to you guys. I'm probably gonna play a little bit of Hello Kitty, Island Adventure with a new update and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go chill, and I'll come back to you guys when I finish this book. The next clip will be me finishing this book and you guys getting my rating and my thoughts. Hey y'all, it's currently 6:19. I finished reading Blood Lies. Oh, baby girl woke up. Hold up. Okay, I'll put her back to sleep. But yeah, I finished reading Blood Lies by Sharon Gilbert. I'm giving it a 3-star rating. I do want to continue with the story to see what happens next because I am interested, like I said, in that supernatural aspect of Jack the Ripper and how they have this cult. You have demonic activities and how you could see Christ moving in spite of what the enemy is doing. Like I'm interested in that aspect, but everything else I'm not caring. So the main characters are Paul. Why are you over there? I thought she went to sleep. She's up. Hold on. Come here. Come, mama. Yeah. Hopefully y'all can hear me because she's definitely over my mic. But yeah, you have Charles St. Clair, you have Elizabeth, and then you have Paul. Let's just say they all related, and I get that it's Victorian era, and this is like the type of stuff that they did back in the day. They married their relatives and stuff like that. But for me, I don't like any book I've noticed where there's relative dating. I just feel like that's just disgusting to me. But it was okay. I mean, I was expecting a lot more as far as like the mystery aspect. I liked it. Some things were predictable, but It's really the mystery and the thriller portions, as well as like the fantastical moments that are getting to me. Is she drooling on me? She definitely is. It's okay. But yeah, I finished it. As y'all can see, I finished it. I mainly listened to it. Like, I fell asleep listening to it plenty of times, which is crazy. But yeah, my next read is going to be A War of Crowns, I think it is. So that is going to be my next read. And then that means the only book that I really have not finished on my TBR would have been A Voice in the Wind. Because once I read A War of Crowns, I kind of want to read through that marriage book. And so I'm just updating my info on Goodreads. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was all right. Definitely a 3-star read. It wasn't terrible, but it didn't grip me. Like I said, listening to the audiobook, I found myself falling asleep. Wasn't really reading along with the text. It wasn't there. But there was a scene where Charles got into, basically he was kind of like put to sleep is the best way I could say it. And he enters into the spirit realm and comes across this demon. I'm assuming it's Satan. Like, I have a really big assumption that the main demon is Satan. But he comes across Satan and there's a conversation that they have, but then he starts to call on the Lord, and then this demonic creature gets upset, and then he starts to speak against the lies that the demon has been telling him, and then it kind of forces him into a garden where he comes across Christ. And so that whole scene right there, I think I highlighted a lot of it because it was really, really impactful and great. Blood Lies is on Kindle Unlimited if you are into thriller historical fictions. Again, I'm not big on historical fiction personally. That's just not my cup of tea. I like biblical fiction because biblical fiction is like a subgenre of historical fiction for me. But I can't do historical fiction. It bores me. I'm sorry. I've read a few like historical romances, but it's historical fiction literally bores me. So yeah, 3-star rating. I am gonna continue on to read the next book. The next book is Blood Rights, and it is a full blown 8-book series, which is crazy. Like, I don't understand how much you could have to say. Yeah, and it seems to just follow Charles and Beth. Let me see. Yep. So I'm interested in the family. Hold on, baby. I'm interested in the family, the St. Clair family, the Stewart family, and figuring things out. But as far as like the story as a whole, I did not care about it. So 3-star rating. I'll come back to you guys when I do start the book by Ashley Willingham, which I guess I could tell you guys. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen anyway, but here is the cover of War of Crowns, book 1. And it's an epic, no spice fantasy romance, which I'm here for. So let me read what it's about. It says, Seraphina prayed for a miracle, but the Lord on high sent him. War began the day 29-year-old Seraphina de la Cruz became Almoria's first ruling queen. 200 years of peace shattered in an instant, all because the world thought her too weak to hold her family's throne. She's determined to prove them wrong, but Seraphina wasn't born to rule. She was born to marry the king of Drakemore, I think that's how you say that, Edmund Hargrave, and sit at his side as a mere consort. Now thrust into a dangerous world of political intrigue and divine magic, Seraphina must end the war and save her people before it's too late. But with dark forces staring, enemies threatening at all sides, she stands to lose far more than just her life should she fail to secure victory in this deadly war of crowns, especially when a new contender enters, the true king of Drakemore, who supposedly died 15 years ago. Epic fantasy and clean romance meets in this intrigue-filled first installment in the War of Crowns saga. If you love medieval politics, sweeping tales told from multiple POVs, and slow burn, enemies to lovers romance, read A War of Crowns today. Perfect for readers who want all the epic scope of a Game of Thrones, but none of the explicit content. I'll be honest, I haven't watched the Game of Thrones. I think the first or second episode I watched, you had these, I think it was a brother and a sister or a brother and a cousin or whatever, I was just like, I can't do it. I would love to watch a Game of Thrones because I'm definitely into that fantasy style, dragons and all that, but that episode kind of cut me off from watching this series, so I never watched it. But I'm excited to dive into that. I don't know if I'm gonna read it tonight or maybe later. Like I said, it is about 6, almost 6:30. My husband got up for work at 6, so he'll be home within an hour or so. And so I have not gamed at all today as of yet, and I have not read my Bible. And so the plan is to game. I'm going to read my Bible before bed, but I did get my Bible studies in. So I got Revelation from Daily Grace Co., the End Time and the Eternal King, and I'm excited to have it. So I got my copy today. I told you guys it was in Jersey, so I was hoping that it would come by Monday to Wednesday, but it actually came today. And then I also got my Revelation study from Jim Wilkin. I am again partaking in A Love for Jesus, which is Alexis Ashley's book club. If you want to join it, I would say click the I to go to the video, or I will try to add the link so that you can sign up for her book club, because I enjoyed it. The first book club we did was A Cost of Discipleship. And I will personally be doing A Cost of Discipleship with Daughter of Increase really soon, as I mentioned years ago that I was going to do it. But after reading it and discussing it, it was so profound. So I definitely do want to do it with you ladies. More on that probably in January. The rest of the year, I just want to catch up on stuff I need to be caught up on. But yeah, I have my 2 Bible studies, so I'm excited to be diving into Revelation really, really soon. I'm probably going to go activate my video access code for it. But yeah, I'm going to game. Baby girl is up. Her hair look a little crazy because she was just sleeping in the bed next to me. So I'm going to come back if I do my reading, and if not, I'll come back with my thoughts on my Bible study, my Bible reading, because it's not Bible study, my Bible reading. And yeah, so the plans come back sometime by like 10 o'clock. Will that happen? I don't know, but like I said, this is a reading vlog, so I'm just coming to give you guys updates on what I'm reading, my thoughts and things like that. So I finished my 3rd book. Yeah, because I finished Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun. I finished, what was the other book I was reading? I don't even know, y'all. Don't even know the last book that I read. Let's see. I also finished, what is it called? The Green Ember, and then now Blood Lies. And so yeah, I'm pretty much going to tackle my entire thing. The only 2 books on that list that might not get read are these 2. Letters to Malcolm, I'm probably going to wait to read this until November, possibly. I don't think I'm going to do October. We'll see. I may or may not. And Francine Rivers, A Voice in the Wind, I am going to try to add to my October TBR, because I still need to do, well, I need to sit down and look at the prompts again, write down my actual TBR, and then make my TBR video. October is next week. I don't know what day. I think it's next week, Wednesday, because Thursday is the 2nd, right? Because I have my appointment on the 2nd. So yeah, so next week, Wednesday. So Wednesday's video is going to be a by the time you see this, you would have already seen it, so if you haven't, clicked the I. But it's going to be a resource review on the prophets commentary that I got from Crossway. And then this video will go up on Saturday, which will be so October 1st is that commentary review. October 4th will be this reading vlog. And the next week, I don't know, next week after that, which is going to be October 8th, I'm going to post up my TBR, but I would have already started my TBR, so you'll know which books I read or whatnot. But yeah, so we are on the 27th. I have 3 days left in the month to read, and like I said, I technically have 2 books. Honestly, I could do this book. I'm not going to lie, I could. Let me see, how many pages is it? I could. Let me just see. Not including all the extra stuff. Let me see how many pages this is. Oh, it's not that much. Let me see. All right. So this book is a total of 498 pages. Let's do some math. Because if I do a War Crowns and read that tomorrow, then I have Monday and Tuesday. But like I said, I have my appointment Monday and I got things to do. So let me see. Let's do some math. I said 497 divided by 2. I will have to read almost like 250 pages in a day, which I technically could. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're going to try. So I'm going to get on Hoopla and borrow that book again. Hi, Mama. I Oh, I did not return Onyeka in the Academy of the Sun. I thought I did return it. Stop trying to grab my mic. Hey. Okay, so we returned that book. And then I'm going to get back. No, I'm going to re-borrow A Voice in the Wind. I'm going to borrow it right now. Your head is in the way, baby. All right, so it is borrowed. And so we are going to attempt to read that book in 2 days. And if I read that book in 2 days, now don't get me wrong, I used to read like 300. I used to read 300 pages in a day, right? But that was me reading like 3 books at a time. Now it takes forever just to read a book because mom and again, you know. But yeah. So War of Crowns, I'm gonna probably start it tonight and try to read it up tomorrow. And then let me see how many hours it says. Let's see how many hours. Oh, it says learning speed. Oh, okay. So we'll figure that out when I start to read. I'll let you guys know how many hours it says. I'm gonna start it tonight and hopefully finish it tomorrow. And if I finish it at a good enough time, then I can start A Voice in the Wind and finish it by Wednesday. And then maybe then I would have completed my entire TBR. We'll see how that works out. But I'm gonna go and I'll come back to you guys when oh, your hair, child. What do you mean? Hi. But I'm gonna go and play with baby girl, play on my game. Hubby will be home soon, so I don't know. I'm sorry, my sister from church just sent me a text about a song, I guess, for dancing, so I gotta check out that link. But I'm gonna go and I'll chat with you guys in a few. And she's frustrated. Okay, peace out. Hey y'all, it is 10:44 at night. I have not read as of yet, so I'm actually in the kitchen, as you can tell. And I'm going to do some Bible reading. I ran out of the room. Baby girl's doing a lot, so I left her with my husband. I did the dishes, cleaned her bottles, and now I'm in the kitchen. And I brought up all of my things to the kitchen. Literally. My Bible, my Kindle, and then I also bought the Revelation studies so I could just flip through them. But I ran out the kitchen. I got my light here. I don't think I need it though. I do. But I have my light and stuff here so I can just chill in the kitchen. So it's 10:44 right now. I'm going to do my Bible reading. Like I said, I'm going to do 2 days worth. So that is going to be, let's see, Psalm 36 to Psalm 45, right? Yeah. So I'm going to read Psalm 36 to 39, which is day 165, and then day 166 is Psalm 40 to 45. So I'm going to read those, and then I will come back with an update, and then I will probably do at least 5 or 6 chapters of the book to get started. So I will be back to chat with you all. I may make a hot chocolate. I'm debating on it because I don't really want coffee, but yeah, that's the plan. Bible reading my book, and then flipping through the Revelation studies. So I'll come back to you guys soon. Hey y'all, it's 12:34. Just got back in the house. I'm in massive pain. As you saw, I was at the laundromat. I did baby's girl laundry. While I was at the laundromat, I did read A War of Crowns. I got to 12%. I read up to 7% last night, and then I like conked out. I was very exhausted, and then it was not a good night because baby girl kept waking up every 30 minutes. I think she was just having a bad dream, and so it was a lot on me because I was trying to get comfortable because my arm was in pain, and I noticed at night my arm tends to be in a lot more pain because there is still fluid in that pocket. It's still swollen here, and so like in this area it's a lot of pain, and it can sometimes swell up. And so I needed to do the laundry because the kids, their clothes are all in the laundry. So I did all of her laundry. Tomorrow I'm going to take 2 bags in the house to go do laundry. Majority of my son's clothes and a few of his pajamas, and then a lot of my pajamas and bottoms. And then there is just a bag of like sheets and blankets that needs to get washed, and then like one more small bag. But I'll probably have to do that in another 2 weeks because I can't do too much. The reason why I went today by myself is because my family went to church. My brother is taking my nephew back to his mom. My sister's at the gym, and hubby is working overtime, like I said. So me, baby girl went, and so yeah, it's 12:30 something. So I'm just gonna chill right now. I just put her bed together. But as far as the clothes and everything, I did for the first time fold up the clothes at the laundromat. Usually I just throw them in the bag and come home and fold everything up. But I think moving forward, I'm going to fold everything at the laundromat because it takes less time in the house for me to have to fold it and then put it up. I can just come back, leave the clothes in the bag until I feel like it, and then just throw them in the drawers like I need to. I also need to reorganize her drawers because obviously we're out of summer and spring. We're going into fall and winter, and she still has some 3 to 6 clothes. My baby is so small, y'all. She fits 6 months clothes still, but she can get away with 9 months. They're a little big on her, and 12 months is just a no-go. And so she has a lot of clothes, but a lot of them she can't wear as of yet. So I'm gonna go through the drawers that are in here in her bins, but obviously I can't do that one by myself. And right now, because of my arm situation, and it just sucks. It sucks. And I say this in almost every clip, but you really honestly don't realize how much usage your armpits like, not usage, but how important your armpits are until you really can't do much. Like just to pick up something off the floor, to pick up a cup, it's like, and I gotta be mindful because it can't be over 10 pounds. And like I said, the incision is closed up. Both of them are closed up really well, but they are a little stiff, which I don't like when incisions do that. So I am gonna work on massaging them so they can soften up a bit. I will be putting the scar sheets on them as well, but my follow-up is tomorrow, and right now I am just going to chill, try to get to the 30% mark in this. I really wanted to finish this book. I'm probably going to end up finishing it tomorrow. We'll see, because it's actually pretty good so far. It is a clean, no spice romantasy or epic fantasy, and so far it's interesting. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. I'm enjoying all the characters thus far that we've met. I'm only 3 chapters in, I think. Yeah, I'm 3 chapters in. If you include the prologue, then that's like 4 chapters. But yeah, back in the house, and I'm just gonna chill. I do have Amazon orders coming today. I think 2 of my pajamas are coming, so I'm definitely going to shower tonight. Like, shower is top tier for me tonight, especially because I have my appointment tomorrow, so I want to make sure everything's fresh up under there. I do kind of want to shave, but I don't think I can because of how everything is, so we'll figure that out. But yeah, I really only have like a few questions for my doctor as far as like how the procedure went. Number one, of course, even though I'm alive and well and everything went good, but how the procedure went. I want to know about this pocket of fluid, and then I also want to know when I can start working out, because I was taking my walks and stuff like that. My walks have been shot since that appointment. I have not been able to really walk the way I want to walk. I sometimes walk to the supermarket, I walk to the laundromat and stuff like that, but like, I want to get back on top of doing my walks, because I've noticed that I've just noticed some things with me not doing the walks. And the walks for me are a low impact exercise, but I also need to get back into the workouts from physical therapy to work on my diastasis recti. But a lot of that, I got to be on my arms or laying on my back using my shoulders, and I can't do that right now. So they said it takes up to 4 months for internal healing, which I totally get. My external stitches, external wound is closed. Like, it's closed up. Internally, I definitely still feel the pull and the pain when I'm doing too much. And so I just want to ask the doctor that. I think those are the only questions I had for him. But yeah, right now her laundry bags are in front of me. Like I said, everything is folded up, but I also need to go through the drawers and organize, because typically I would organize like her tops and bottoms by the month, and then have the next 2 drawers for her tops and bottoms by the next month. So like, her tops and bottoms now are, I think, 3 to 6 months, and then the next drawer down is 6 to 9 months. But I want to take out the 3 to 6 months. There are some onesies that I kept because I could literally cut them into t-shirts for her to have in her house to just sleep in. And I saw that idea actually from, I think, a TikTok or Instagram reel or a YouTube short, where a mom was saying like she used to throw out her onesies for her baby, but she realized that her baby could still fit them, they just wouldn't zip, and so she would just cut the bottom of it to make them into shirts. And my baby got some cute little Disney onesies. And I'm just gonna turn them into shirts. And that's probably like why you just don't buy new ones. But the way she's so tiny, I don't even want to waste my time buying stuff until I know for a fact she's gonna get into it. And so I want to organize her drawers by like tops, bottoms, maybe skirts and dresses, and then one strictly for pajamas, because every time I'm looking for pajamas I gotta start digging. So I think the top drawer will be her pajamas, the second drawer will be like her onesies and tops, the third drawer could be her bottoms. I don't even want to say dresses, but I will probably put her in dresses when we start going back to church. So put her dresses and overalls and stuff at the fourth, because baby girl has 8 drawers. She has 4 big ones and then 4 small ones. So the small ones she has a sock drawer because she has way too many socks. She has a drawer for her bibs and burp cloths. Then the drawer next to that is all her towels and washcloths, and then the drawer next to that is like her backup sheets and blankets and fitted sheets for the bed. So that is a plan. But I will go when I come back. I will go and what? I will go and come back when I get more reading done. Like I said, I'm at 17%. I'm enjoying it thus far. 12%, excuse me. And so, yeah, I'm enjoying the characters thus far. They're definitely funny to me. And so, yeah, I'm enjoying Serafina. I definitely am interested to know more about the King of Drakemore and stuff like that, as well as the brother. But yeah, I'm gonna go for now, and I'll come back to you guys. Hopefully by 3 o'clock I have an update. It's 12:40 right now. I need to eat something. I fed her. I gave her her milk because she was not in the mood for no food. So I gave her her milk. So I need to eat some food. I also need to do my planner, but I'll probably will work on my planner tomorrow. So I need to go eat some food. I want to chill and relax, probably play some Hello Kitty, of course. And then I will read, and hopefully about 3-4 o'clock, I'll say 3-4 o'clock, I'll have an update at the 30 or 50% mark. Maybe I'll read to the 50% mark so that I could just finish the 50% later on. We'll see. But she's following me with my hands. Yay! Good job, mama. Yeah, but I'm gonna go, and I'll come back to you guys soon. Hey y'all, so I'm just coming on to let you guys know it is currently 7 o'clock. My son just got back, my husband's on the way home, and I honestly rested after that last clip. I put baby girl's laundry up, went through her clothes, sorted that, and then I was just in a lot of pain, so I took a nap, rested, and I only got to 15% of that book. So I'm just gonna read as much as I can tonight, and then tomorrow morning before I go to my appointment, I'll update you guys on how far I am and where my thoughts, and then I'll update you guys when I finish the book, unless I finish it tonight then. But I'm not gonna get back on camera tonight because I'm just not feeling it. So I am going to clock out for the day, and I will come back on Monday. Like I said, I want to end this vlog around Tuesday. So, and I still need to edit the vlog for Wednesday, so the video for Wednesday. So I'm gonna go, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's Monday, 6:59, basically 7 o'clock. Hold on. Y'all might hear baby girl banging on her toy. She's enjoying it. But Monday, I'm currently eating my dinner. Barbecue chicken, white rice, corn, streamings. I got some water, 2 things of water actually. This black one, and then this one is cold, that one is room temperature. And I'm here to update you guys on the book, Wolf Rounds. I'm at the 50% mark, chapter 24. Yeah, chapter 24, 51% mark rather. And I'll be honest, at first I was like, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's this going to be about? But I am thoroughly enjoying Serafina. I'm enjoying Crow. I'm enjoying Headley. I'm enjoying, what is his brother's name? I can't remember his brother's name, but Headley's brother. I'm not a fan of Edmund. I love me some Olivia. Love me some Tristan. There was another character that I could not stand. But there's a lot of intrigue, political drama, lots of POVs. So if you are not a fan of multiple POVs, when I say multiple, let me see if I can tell you guys and give you guys a count on how many POVs. And I am reading this on Kindle Unlimited. It is a epic fantasy with no spice, clean, no cursing, none of that. And so it's almost like every character has a POV, and it switches kind of often. Serafina is the main female character, and basically she is dealing with the situation where her people are basically dying, or being killed off or whatever in this place called Masai. I'm assuming it's Masai. And she has to find a way to save them. And you have oracles that give her a gift from the Lord, and she gets a vision of how to save her people, but she has to, it's just a lot. I don't even know how to explain it. I read the synopsis to you guys, but it is really good. I'm enjoying it. So the plan is to finish it tonight. I don't really know though, because I am gaming right now. I'm gaming. I got some gift card money for Steam, and they're currently having their autumn sale, so I might spend that gift card money on that. Oh, here it is, Chris. Here, sorry guys, hold on. But I think I'm gonna spend some gift card money because they have a bunch of games on sale, and there are some that I really want on my wish list that are on sale. And when I say they're having a sale, I mean games are like $20, $11, $12, $5, $2, and so yeah. 3 stops away. Okay. I was supposed to have 2 of my Amazon packages coming today. However, one was shipped with USPS, and they acting like my address don't exist. So they're gonna redeliver it tomorrow, which is kind of annoying. But my other one is coming, which is great because that one has my slippers, pajamas, my son's other pajamas, and I bought a knife set because the knife set in our house we've had for so long, and the scissors, which are like cooking scissors, have been used to open boxes and stuff like that. So I needed something different because obviously I cook my husband's lunch, and I am now cooking for baby girl, and I want to be able to like chop stuff up easily without having to deal with dull knives and stuff. So I bought a pink set and a toy box for her because her toys are getting insane, and I want to clear out the toys she's not playing with anymore. So yeah, but it's 7:02. I might start reading around 9 o'clock. I really just want to game right now. I did not read my Bible as of yet today. I did read yesterday. I read Psalm something yesterday. But I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to do that. So far, I'm truly enjoying it. It's definitely a 4-star right now for me. It could be a 5 with how it ends because, like I said, there was a twist that just happened, and the crow is seen as like this evil monster, but I feel like there's more to him, and I really want to know more about him. Like, he's intriguing me a lot, even though he is crazy. He's crazy. But yeah, I want to know more about the crow, more about his family, Edmund, and all of them. Like, it's a lot, and I'm trying not to reveal too much without giving like spoilers and all that, but so far, it's 1 stop away, so I'm gonna have to go outside. But so far, I'm really, really enjoying it. 51% and 4-star rating thus far, but we'll see how it ends, where it goes. I know she's working on the sequel right now, so I cannot wait for the sequel to come out. But I'm definitely going to be reading more from Ashley Willingham because her writing at first kind of was like slow, but as things progressed in the story, it starts to pick up, and so I'm invested. So I'm gonna go. I'll chat with you guys later when I finish this book. That's the plan, to finish it tonight. We'll see. But I'm gonna go because my order will be here in like 5 minutes. I need to go grab it. And my doctor's appointment. So I went to my appointment, as you guys saw in the earlier clips. And the doctor said it's closed up, healed nicely externally. Internally, I had dissolvable stitches, so that is what it is. Apparently, my skin was reacting to the glue because I kind of have like red welts. And it is very sore, like I said, in the front, in the back of my arm, and right up under here. It's like swollen. So my skin reacted somehow to the glue or whatever they put on my skin, and it's still reacting. The soreness and stuff I can't really do much about outside of icing it because pain medicine doesn't work. And so he told me don't go overboard with like putting stuff on it, creams and stuff like that. I will probably like cover it with gauze if need be, but it is completely closed. It's just the swelling there and just the pain that I have to endure. So he basically said give it another 2 weeks, and if not, go back, call them and make an appointment. And so I'm healing for another 2 weeks. I did do a little too much today because I did come home and do the rest of the laundry, which it hurt. My son is saying hi. It hurt a lot. My husband did help me to the laundromat, and then I let him come back to the house with baby girl. But it hurt. But I got 2 bags of laundry done, and so there is a bag of sheets and blankets and stuff that needs to get washed. And then I think there's one more bag over there that needs to get washed, but those are small bags, so that's not going to be a lot. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. So tomorrow I should be chilling. I think the only thing on my plan tomorrow is to go to my son's school because I need to go get his computer, or his computer for school. I need to go to the pharmacy to pick up my daughter's multivitamins. And then I'm really probably just going to play around in my planner and rest because I do have another doctor's appointment, of course. OMG, I forgot I had therapy again today and completely missed it. I had therapy at 5 o'clock and totally forgot. Absolutely insane. I'm going to have to text my therapist. Yeah, I forgot last week and I overslept. This week, it was not on my mind because I did the laundry and stuff. I need to text her and see if we can move it to Fridays because Mondays are just not going to work. But, yeah. So, I'm going to go and chat with you guys when I finish this book. Hey, y'all. It is Tuesday, the 30th of September, the final day for the month of September. You probably hear little mama talking. But it's the last day of September, right? Let me just make sure. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday, October 1st. And so let me bring my mic up. I have officially finished reading, what was it called? War of Crowns yesterday, by Willingham. And I am still debating on my rating because it was good, but I don't know, it might be a 5-star or 4.5. I'm gonna sit on it till around 12 o'clock and then put my review up. I was gonna try to read the Francine Rivers book, but that's not gonna be possible to read that book in a day. I probably could, but I gotta put up laundry and all that. And so yeah, I pretty much tackled my TBR minus the 2 nonfictions that I put on my list and the Francine Rivers books. So of the 5 books that I said I wanted to read, I read 4, not including, 4 of them. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad that I read. I'm glad that this blog was a success. I wanted to push to read the book by Francine Rivers, but I knew that was impossible. But yeah, all the books that I read were pretty darn good. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait for A Crown of Vipers to come out in December. Y'all hear my daughter. But yeah, I'm eating breakfast. She's eating breakfast. And so, yeah, I will come back on a little bit later to end this vlog. But yeah, I'm going to go and try to figure out what my October TBR is going to be, looking at the prompts for the readathons that I want to take part in. So yeah, I'm going to go and I'll chat with you all in the next video. Hey y'all, so it's technically October 1st, Wednesday. It is 12:12 in the morning. And 1, I forgot to come back on it in this vlog. And 2, baby girl was up acting crazy. So we put her to bed finally. And I just want to end this vlog before I get into some Bible study. But yeah, I read all of the books that I needed to read for this month. And well, not all of them, but majority of them. And I will be pushing A Voice in the Wind over to October. I already set my October TBR. I just got to record the video probably tomorrow. But yeah, I am proud of myself. I tackled my TBR. I mean, September didn't go as I had planned because obviously I had a surprise surgery. It wasn't a surprise per se because I knew I was going to have surgery. I just didn't know it was going to be that quick when I had it. But yeah, I'm just going to briefly go through the books that I read, what I rated them. And yeah, so I read a total of 5 books, and in the middle of 1, so 5.5-ish. So I read Race to the Ark, which was the second book in the Secrets of the Hidden Scrolls by M.J. Thomas. It's that middle grade YA sort of adventure fantasy novel. I don't even know what to consider it, but I gave that a 4-star rating. I truly enjoyed that. Sorry, the baby girl's waking up. I then finished up The Cost of Discipleship by Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I just needed to read like the last 3 or 4 chapters, and I did. So it was a 5-star. That solid read. I highly recommend it, but I only recommend it to mature believers. And the reason why I say that is because the way Bonhoeffer writes, as a babe in Christ, you will be 100% confused. You will be so lost. You might get a little bit of understanding, but I think it's more beneficial if you've been walking with the Lord a little bit more. But yeah, such a great book. And I read that with Alexis Ashley over at A Love for Jesus. Follow her channel. Then I read The Green Ember by S.T. Smith. It is the first book in the, I guess, middle grade fantasy. I gave this 3.5-star rating. It's on Goodreads that I'm looking, but I can't even see my review, which is like annoying. Yeah, I gave it a 3-star. It was cute. I enjoyed Heather and Pickett, which were like the main characters, and all the characters are pretty much bunnies, birds, or wolves, and it was cool. But it was middle grade. I specifically said if I was the age group this book was geared toward, it would have been a solid 4-star. But obviously I'm not. But I'm definitely going to continue on with the series. I don't know when, but definitely plan to. I then read Blood Lies by Sharon K. Gilbert. This is the first book in the Red Wing saga, and it's like 8 books or something like that. This, I didn't put a review. I could have sworn I put a review. See, I don't know, but I gave it a 3-star. This it dragged on, and I didn't really care for the characters per se. I cared more so for like the mystery aspect of Jack the Ripper, as well as the spiritual aspect of it. But everything else I didn't care for, and it was like slow going. So it was just a lot going on, and mainly it was the relationships with the cousins. It was just like it was like a love triangle between cousins. Didn't care for it. But it was like set in Victorian era, obviously around the time of Jack the Ripper, so like that was typical back then. But I'm not a fan of books where there is any type of incest. That's just me. And then I read War of Crowns by Ashley Willingham. That book is a 4.75-star rating, y'all. I loved it. I ate it up. Love me some Seraphina. Love Crow, aka Eldrick. I love me some Tristan. I love me some Olivia. I could not stand the Bennets. Could not stand Tiberius. Could not stand Edmund or Mariana. And there's a lot of intrigue going on, lots of political scheming between the different crowns and nations, and I'm intrigued to know more. So A Crown of Vipers will be coming out, I think, in December. Cannot wait to read it. But yeah, those were the books that I read. I enjoyed my time reading these books, and I'm excited for my October TBR. I'm actually going to start one of my books later on today. Yeah, I'm excited for my TBR. So that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you guys for rating, commenting, subscribing, all that great stuff. If you made it to the end, post up this book emoji. I know this reading vlog was so long, but I made sure that I got snippets of me reading. Oh, not of me reading, but obviously sharing my updates on the books that I were reading and stuff like that. I'm going to get back to like the genuine reading vlogs where you guys are seeing montages and B-rolls and all that, but until then, we'll do reading vlogs like this. But that is it. Let me know if you read any of the books that I mentioned or if they are on your TBR, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.